Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for more Age of Wonders 4. Apologies if my throat sounds a little dry. That's because it is, as I continue dealing with a wonderful fall allergy season. I have a lot of stuff in the works here in my current game. Several different fronts that I'm fighting on. A lot of interesting things happening. I have to go through some of your guys' feedback. I agree with your suggestions. Some of these ideas I kind of had like sometimes I finish a recording and then get off camera and then I'm like, oh yeah, I should do that. Like that makes sense. So, and you guys seem to agree with some of my thoughts. Most importantly, from Kireo Reyes, Kirio Reyes. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Basically advising me to stick around in Purple's land and raise stuff until reinforcements arrive. It makes perfect sense because I have improved ability to raise things. I think it's one of these. Yeah, pillaging a province takes +1 turn, yields more rewards, and grants 20 HP to units that pillage. And then also I have another perk in this tree which allows my armies to regenerate 10 more hit points per turn in hostile domain. So basically, it makes more sense for me to stick around and break stuff while reinforcements come than it does for me to retreat and fall all the way back. I can send reinforcements, but before I do, these guys have to deal with um, more of these toads over here, which, by the way, Correo Reyes also pointed out that um, these guys, the cursed toadlings, have resilient, granting them more status resistance, which is making them significantly harder to freeze. So it kind of makes purple even more of a problem than they already are. I don't remember if the other race is the purple one is the same. I can never remember what diplomatic overview is. Crusading croakers, so they're different, but they're also resilient. So yeah, both of my remaining enemies are resistant to my freezing, which is not good. That's actually really, really bad because it's a major part of my build. But we're gonna have to push through it and find other ways to get around that. Other feedback from an Iron Heroes Forum needed to get the extra hero to help Jormag Siege Purple. I originally was really focused on getting that Farmers Guild in first, but given what keeps happening with Jormag and Purple, Jormag could really use a hero to support them and to keep the siege going, to avoid me having to back off. It's twice now I've been ready to siege that city and have had to back off because of a major counterattack and because Jormag can't heal in the snow, which is just ironic, but that's kind of just the way the Frostling transformation works in conjunction with the map effects that I have in place for this game. So yeah, I need to get the Heroes Forum and get another hero. I could actually get another hero now. It's just... Oh, actually, who can I recruit? Yeah, okay, so we can't recruit Agatha, unfortunately, because it violates the Frostling rules of the challenge. But there's these two here. I could go ahead and grab one now. It's gonna cost me money, like I think 30 gold per turn, until I get the Heroes Forum done. So, but it's probably worth that cost. There is a few other things I need to spend first, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about the other two fronts first. So basically, reinforcements from this front need to get sent to Jormag. I already know what I'm going to do with Jormag on this turn, but we need to clean up this little mess before I send any good units away. So what I'm going to do is move this guy down here, and we're going to move as many other units over here as we can. We should be able to outnumber them. I've got some pretty high experienced troops here. Granted, they're tier 1s, but it's still better than nothing. As well as a couple extra Furies and stuff like that. Bram's army, I thought about having them turn around to deal with this, but no. I've decided purple, I have to hit them really hard and really fast right now and break something. I don't care if I break through over here or over here, but I need to pillage some stuff. We gotta burn down some cities and start actually hurting their economy. If I keep backing off, I'm never gonna make any progress. So I'm gonna make use of the units that I have here to try to do something about that. I want to move most of these guys as little as possible. Probably have you, and you move here, I guess. Bring in the healer, and I'll add in the Do we have an archer there already? We don't. We do have a sunderer, though. I'll bring in, because I want one of those archers to go back to the front line. I'll bring you in, and then everybody else can go here, and then I can actually launch this battle with the scout in this stack and pull in everybody. This is a low-risk battle, but it's worth noting that they have a hero and I don't. I will do the auto out of curiosity, but I got a feeling that scout's gonna die if I do the auto. Actually, everybody lived, which is surprising and maybe worth the time. Because they're going to be passing through friendly territory anyway. They'll have time to heal by the time they get to Jormag. I'll heal really fast in my own territory. You know what? I'm going to take that for the sake of time. We'll accept that win. I should have gotten another hero. Actually, I have several heroes, I think, that I killed on the last turn or captured. I do have a new Empire development skill available. That is probably... I think it's this one, maybe? No. Which one did I unlock? Maybe it was these nature ones, which I don't really need either of those right now. This one would be handy, but it's not worth 250 Imperium, I don't think. I think it must have been the nature one I just unlocked. So I'm not going to do anything about that right now. Lucas the Mage has been captured. See, look at all this stuff. We got 3 in the prison and 1 in the crypt. So many extra items. Speaking of items, I thought about this after ending the last episode, but Jormag has that Horn of Jurgen, or whatever that thing is. What was that called? Horn of Plenty. I was thinking the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller or something like that, but I think that's something from Guild Wars. My Guild Wars is blending because of the Jormag reference. So I need to put this with Jormag. I want to probably switch it for the spider leg, I think. At least for now. We'll assign that close. That's going to help his units, Jormag's army, heal even faster. So definitely want that on Jormag. As for my other heroes, let's see what we've got. So there's going to be a lot of executions. I want to look at their items, though, just so I know if there's anything worth grabbing. It looks like pretty much stuff I've already got, so nothing special on this one. In fact, let's take care of the one in the crypt first. He actually has a pretty good, that's pretty good armor. I think I'm going to grab that armor off of him, so let's sell those remains. Actually, that armor, I think what Bram's wearing is better for Bram, though, because Bram's a caster. Yeah, it's giving him magic attacks, more damage. What does this give him? 2 defense, more damage with melee attacks. That might be good for a new hero, but not Bram. It's mostly a melee-focused thing, so we'll ignore that. As for hero overview, so you, I think I had decided, didn't really have anything, so I'm just gonna execute. We'll go and sell the remains in a moment. Another good breastplate of the champion, as well as just a regular bow. I thought that was an eagle bow for a second. Otherwise, just the breastplate of the champion, which is good. These are a lot of this is pretty high tier loot, so still going to be useful for me because it's giving me gold from the Dragon Horde. I'm curious how much I'm making off the Dragon Horde. Yeah, nothing crazy here, so we'll just execute and sell all the remains. So the rest of those items can go in the Dragon Horde for now. How much am I making off the Dragon Horde? Oh my gosh. I am making... what is this? 201 plus 23 is 224 plus 30 is 254 gold per turn off my Dragon Horde. Good gosh, that's a lot. That's actually most of my economy, honestly. Like, I'm making 179, so my Dragon Horde is what's keeping me in the positive. It actually scales really well in a game like this, where you're outnumbered and just have to keep building units, but the enemy is throwing so much stuff at you. Oh, Bram also got a new signature skill. Okay, what do we want to grab for old Bram here. We got him Blink. We got him Summon Elemental. Visions of Woe. That actually, I kind of like that one. A guaranteed fumble on attacks enemy units for a turn. 30% melee damage that he doesn't need. We don't need Reckless Rage. Deals damage to target unit, then deals 30% damage to all units into 2 hex radius. That's a really good one, but technically a fire attack, and I think that's kind of against my rules, so I'm going to pass up on that. It's fire and frost, so it's a little bit of both, I guess. This gets disease and poison enemy units. Sustains 8 blight damage each. Okay. Rallying Blessing is a 1 hex buff for defense. I think that's kind of a little weak for a tier 3 one. And Draining Blade deals damage to target enemy unit and heals, so Bram could... It's a melee attack, though, I think. Honestly, none of these are really great. I think out of all of them, Visions of Woe is maybe the most useful. It could just guarantee that it might come in handy to, like, save a unit that's in trouble or something. Aside from that, I don't really have a big preference here. This will give me... Does this actually affect my affinity? Because if it does... See, I'm getting 5. A couple of that's from a starting tome. I want a breakdown of where this affinity is coming from. Because I don't think the heroes contribute to your affinity, like your overall affinity. But Jormag went all the way down the... Now, a lot of this is coming from tomes. It would be really hard to do the math on all that. I'm going to just pick the one that I think is best for Bram, which I think is probably the one that can cause enemy units to fumble attacks. The other, I don't know, though. The nature one kind of pairs well with him because of his magic. And would also pair well with the Frost Witches. It's a big 2 hex radius, so it can hit a lot of units. But this is, I think, is a guaranteed success, whereas this would have to pass their status resistance. Yeah, I'm going to get Visions of Woe. I don't really think any of these are that great. Oh yeah, definitely this does not contribute, because if it did, I would have at least one magic affinity, or whatever that astral blue affinity point is. I would have at least one of those, because Bram took Blink a while ago. So whatever I pick here doesn't affect this. It only counts if it's on Jormag, I think. So yeah, we'll do Visions of Woe. I think I've already selected his other abilities. Oh, I rotated the camera a little bit. Actually, I don't know. Does anyone know how, if you accidentally rotate the camera a little bit, how to reset it? Is there like a key to do that, to recenter it so north is up? That would be really helpful, because I don't like doing... on the strategic map, I get really confused if the orientation changes and north is not actually up. So I think I've got it mostly reset there. Alright, well, that's good enough. Alright, Jormag's army. Let's deal with you guys next. So, what I need to do in this situation... Well, actually, first, let's get these units moving back to where they need to go. I need to leave them in friendly territory for a turn. So, I'm going to have these guys go... Particularly anyone who's injured, which... Let's see. Yeah, I need this guy to... Oh, he could get all the way over here. Okay, if you can do that, if they can get far enough, I would rather have them go there. I need 3 to fill in the gaps. He's not that injured, so I'll just have him run as far as he can go. He can probably end his turn in the next, in my territory on the next one. And then anybody who's in good condition, and also preferably an archer or a cryomancer. Probably an archer. Yeah, let's have you go. Get another Fury on the front line. They've actually, the Furies have been doing pretty solid work, all things considered. So that's 3 units to make up for the 3 Jormag lost. There will be more. Let's see, I've got a War Shaman here. I'm going to queue up, because I lost like 2 Inquisitors back there, so I'm going to get a couple more of them. I can't actually recruit units right now because of the ferry event still, but I think that should end soon. Alright, well, at least we took care of that little side army, which allows me to... We'll send Bram south, which I'll do that next. Let's send Bram south now. See what we find down here. I already kind of know what I'm doing with Jormag. I believe I can get within range of that city to begin a siege. Okay, a new hostile city. That's this one here. Oh, okay, they've got a little army here that wants to help out too, it seems. Maybe I can take them alone. If I have a unit that's fast enough to do it. I just need to make sure that Bram can actually get adjacent to that city. And it looks like to do it, I'm going to have to actually fight my way through that. Through the units on that mine, if I want to do it on this turn. Which isn't terrible. Kind of annoying how that's set up. That's their leader right there. As well as a whole bunch of heroes. Holy smokes. Alright, I think these guys are going to attack me on the next turn regardless, so I may as well attack them while they're kind of singled out here. The trick to doing this is to do it with this group, I think. Because Bram's group needs to move straight if I am to punch through this and get to these guys. I just need to try to avoid taking damage here if I can. You guys can move on to the mine. I'll move this guy here. And then I'll use one of the faster units, the Inquisitor. Go ahead and launch this battle. It says it's a safe battle. I'll auto it, but if I take too much damage, I'm going to have to do this one manually. And I think I probably will take too much damage. Because they'll group up. Oh yeah, Bram freaking died. Okay, we're going to have to redo that. Yeah, it's just that when you go up against a horde of these Awakeners, you really gotta split up. Like, you can't... Their main strength is that AoE attack. As for that hero, oh, he could get a lucky with Assassinate. We're gonna have to hope that he doesn't. I'm pretty much just gonna do kind of a disorganized charge here and try to basically overwhelm the Awakeners from multiple angles. I really want to spread out and get behind them. I've got the numbers, and as long as I don't group up, I should be fine. Just try to stay in what little cover I can. And have, let's see, you here. Just get a good spread of units kind of everywhere. These guys can be in the middle of other groups because they can provide group resistance. So I'm fine with that. Like you could go here, and I could pile these three up, but then they have at least somebody to help defend them from the magic attacks. So I'm good with that. And in fact, I don't think they can reach this bunch down here right now, so they're all good. I'll put this guy over here. All right, that seems okay. Closing in from multiple angles. All right, that hero may charge into the Berserker. Actually, he'll probably go after somebody weaker. Okay, they can reach there. Okay, they did a lot more damage than I was... Oh, come on, dude. He got his Assassinate off, got lucky with it. I can't afford these kinds of setbacks. Okay. Well, most of them got their AoE off. They had a lot more range on that than I thought they did. Alright, we're gonna have to do something about this guy here. I can cancel his retaliation, which is probably worth doing. get a nice big flank attack on him. Need to get the archer out of there. And I'll just pick him apart with basically everybody in this group here. I can't quite reach these guys. And maybe try to stun one of them. Preferably one that hasn't used their big attack yet. They resisted. Okay. Let's see, does Bram have... Well, this actually could be a handy time to use Visions of Woe. All those guys right there to cover this charge. Yeah, okay, right here. Put the magic guy there, put her there, and then at least some of them will fumble their attacks. And this isn't even Purple's group, this is just a random group that's being a pain and causing problems. Okay, maybe I can stun another one of these guys. I gotta get the one in the back. No, slowed him. But no stun. Alright, full charge over here. You can... Well, actually, you can't necessarily kill him, can you? I don't think I devoted enough resources to taking that hero out. Hang on. This needs to be dealt with now. Because he can lay down a ton of damage. I need to kill him. I don't think I left myself enough units to kill him. Yeah, I think I... Let's see, I could use her to try to... Okay, this should be enough. I slow him, and then I can get a spell. Don't really want you trying to take a 5% shot, just hitting your own people. I think I can move him up and would like to defend with him, but if there's anybody else that could shoot at... Nope, it's just you two. Okay, in that case, I'm just gonna ice popping him to death. Alright, then you move up and guard those units. I think we're good. At least they're all fumbling. Okay, not too bad of a turn there. Frost Evocation, which does have that chance to freeze. I think what I'm going to do is do the Cloud in a Bottle Frost Evocation combo, and probably want to do that before I get a bunch of my other units in the way. So if I do it from there, I can hit basically everybody with Cloud in a Bottle. So I'll do that. It does push them a little far away, which is kind of a problem, but it's not a huge problem. I think I could still mostly catch up. Okay, slowed. I froze one of them, which means I'm going to use you. Hit that one in the back since I can run right past the other. I can take a big chunk out of this one. So they're mostly stuck. I need to put pressure on this guy. And move you forward and shoot a few icicles at that one. Okay, who's left? I can move you up. Let's see, I got this berserker who can move up. That one can move up. If I can kill this one, this berserker could run right through here and kill that person. So I'm gonna try to do that. See if we can get rid of you. I would actually like this guy to run way over here and target that person. Okay, they're stunned, so they can't do anything. This one can't move. That one's frozen. This one is mostly pinned, but it will be dead if I can kill this one right here. Okay, Fury's gonna need you to lay down some damage here, please. Which they do a pretty good job at. Okay. They kill that one. This guy runs through. Oh, it's actually not quite enough to kill, but he's certainly not going anywhere. Matter of fact, he's dead anyway. Okay. Yeah, you better stay over there. All right. And then I think we just pick them apart. Goodbye. Goodbye. And goodbye. Alright, that group's gone. I very annoyingly lost a berserker there. But I will send more. Can't replace him with the berserker, but I could replace him with probably another fury. They're laying down some good damage, so unless you're at full health, so you don't need to sit around and heal. I do not want to back off of this siege. I am going to break something. Alright. Get back in there. We're not done yet. I'm going to hit this. Says it's a safe battle. Again. Move path. Wait, what was it? What did that say? Move path set. Arrival in 1 turn. Why is Bram's army not able to get there? What happens if they have 6 movement? Is that... what kind of terrain are they on? Does it take more than 6 movement? Because it looked like they could move onto that spot earlier. I'm gonna do this. Gain an Eagle Rider. This is actually a good choice, I think. Yeah, because the rules of my challenge was that I could only build units of my primary starting race, but I could still use other units from events and stuff, so I don't think this violates my self-imposed rules. And I don't really want to fight with these guys, so I'm going to just buy that Eagle Rider, and that replaces the unit that I lost. But I still can't get Bram close enough to initiate the siege on this turn, which is super mega annoying. Dang. Oh, I do get Supergrowth on the next turn. That's gonna make things better. Forgot about that. Alright, I'm gonna camp out here in these more open fields, I think. Since I can't move onto that for some... yeah, it's a forest. It costs 8 movement, and I got a few units that are slowing everything down, so... now these guys, if I retool my armies here a little bit, Bram could move in and initiate the siege on this turn. Yeah, I just need to reorganize everyone's setup a little bit, because most of these other units can get in there. I'm not sure why those that group is so slow. Maybe they may have cast that spell on me that slows me down. Alright, let's move Bram here. And we'll just kind of swap his army for a different group. Like these two berserkers, for example, and... let's see, what else do we have? Two berserkers. We had a healer and, yeah, like you guys. Move in there. Okay, that works. You move here. These guys move here together. Okay, now I should be able to launch the siege, I think. Yes, okay. Add siege projects. Undermining the walls is a fairly cheap one. I'm not going to be able to get it in a single turn no matter what I do, but I'm thinking harass defenders might be worthwhile to sort of maybe that'll flush them out so I don't have to fight them against the walls. And undermining the walls is usually useful too. I have money. Let's just make sure the siege is successful. We'll undermine the walls and harass the defenders. That's fine. I'm not messing around with this. Okay, then over to Jormag's front. There is just a lot going on here. So what I've decided to do with Jormag's front, like I said at the beginning of the episode, is to pillage and raise some stuff. But I also need to make sure they don't get outnumbered. Right now, there's this small army that's formed up here, but right now they're not too scary. But if they join a bigger army, they become scary. So I'm actually going to do sort of another aggressive retreat, but this time with Jormag's army instead of Bram. I'm going to try to end Jormag's army on that research post so they can pillage it and get a bunch of healing out of it. So I need to get them out far enough to where they can join in this battle. I think right now, right here is good. Like, well, not quite right there. Right. Actually, maybe that is close. Yeah, that is close enough to everything. So I'm going to move these guys here. This army's in pretty good shape overall. So I'm going to have them be the ones to initiate combat. So they're going to go all the way over here. And then I want this group that's kind of like a little injured, sort of in the middle. And they should be able to move. Okay, so this gives me a lot of flexibility. I can then take this guy who's in better health. And it says this is a risky battle. Fighting over a golem, or they got that golem mine thing active, so they're going to get an extra golem in this one. Let's see what Otto says. Nope, we can't take those kinds of losses. Not right now. I need to break this stuff without losing anything and then heal. Basically, if there's any opportunity for me to pick off like 1 or 2 stacks of purple at a time, keeping them from getting a full 3 stack, I need to take those opportunities. Because they're just replenishing their units way too fast for me to do anything else. And I need to kind of bundle a bunch of units up here for healing purposes, including you guys. In fact, perhaps most importantly, you guys. Jormag can help with this too. So let's just get everybody bundled up over here. I think this is why part of, like, the AI doesn't know to do this, to, like, bunch up a ton of units and then pop a bunch of healing on them all at once. And I think that's part of the reason why they're struggling in auto combat, particularly when my units begin the battle weakened. Alright, we'll just bunch everybody up here. Stick you right in there, and we're good. So on the next turn, I should be able to get all the severely injured units together. Alright, here comes the charge. Led by the Iron Golems. Alright, I need to make a circle out of the hurt people. So, and I need to make sure that the tougher ones are in the front. They can handle those hits a little better. And I would prefer Jormag not be right on the front line this time. Although I sort of don't have other units to take the place of frontline units. We can't move these guys. They need all 3 of their points to be able to heal. So, don't want to do that. Definitely do want the fairies in on this healing. Can't move him. think Jormag is going to have to be kind of up front, but I think I can sort of protect him to where only one unit can hit him at a time. So that's okay, I guess. Alright, so we need to make a diamond, and I need, or not a diamond, a circle here, and I need Jormag. Again, can't move him. Okay, we can move units and then move them back, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'll move Jormag here for now. Move these guys here. Can back them off a little bit. Let's get you... Can't actually quite get you in on this, can I? Might not be able to heal her. Oh, and I just blocked another unit. Let me undo that. I definitely want this person in here. I want that Inquisitor in on this. Here. You heal, and then you heal. Okay, that group right there I think is good. So let's do this. Right there. Then you heal that group right there. And then he can't actually reach anybody, so I guess I'll just have him heal the smaller group over here. I could get her in on it, and at least she gets the strength and buff that way. So just do this, this, and this. That way they have at least some healing. Then we need to sort of retool to where a tougher person's in front. Berserkers are better at charging than taking the hit, but in this case I'll do what I gotta do. Alright, now let's reform a front line here with the Inquisitors in the front. Probably have the injured one, actually, yeah, I'll put the injured one here so he's kind of protected by the house. Berserker here, Jormag, oh, I think I messed up. Yeah, I misclicked. Hang on, let me undo that. Jormag here. Alright, then just get a line of range units behind them, however they line up. The fairy's fine there. He actually is going to probably take a hit from Iron Golem on the next turn, so let's move some units over there to help him out. You can move up, you can move up, and actually, I want you to move a slightly different angle. As long as you're out of range of that guy, I want you here. Okay, I think that's as good of a front line as I'm going to get right now. Alright. We're going to take the charge here. Whoa. That hurt. That wasn't a hero, because there's no heroes in this battle. That was a spell. Iron Golems are hitting like trucks, even with just a single hit. I don't get where all this damage is coming from. Why are they doing so much damage? Melee strike is doing 17. My gosh, okay. And they're so resistant to damage, it's insane. I'm probably gonna end up losing something else here. I could disrupt all those enemies right there, which might be worth doing. Yeah, I could freeze a pretty big group here. And I won't actually hit any friendlies with this, so... That will hit friendlies, but if I move up one, it won't. But then that also leaves Jormag a little bit more vulnerable. But if I can freeze the knight, that would be worth it. Oh, I probably should have dropped this in the middle of those guys. Well, now at least the cloud in a bottle's gone off, and they've got the wet debuff, so... can do that. This iron golem here is a big problem and needs to go. Alright, I'm gonna have to move Jormag up again. I could actually, Jormag could still heal. I'd do a big group heal. That actually is probably a better choice, I think. Yeah, because everybody in there could really use it. Okay. So that's even more regen for me. The question is, can I save that specific Inquisitor? I'm not really sure. I need a tremendous amount of firepower going after that one solo unit. See, look at how much damage he does to me. Granted, he's getting 3 hits now, but even when they did just 1 hit, they did an absolute ton of damage. Well, there's nothing that can be done for it. I need to try to break that one down. I can try to freeze him, but it's still only a 39% chance. Might be worth the risk, though. If they don't have any better odds of hitting anything else in particular. They could do a decent amount of damage to the golems back there, which that might be worth it. This guy doesn't have good a chance of hitting anything from there, but from here it's not bad. Still grazed once, unfortunately. I'm gonna pull him back. This golem is coming in hot. If I pull back here, can he reach? Yes, he can. Okay, I don't want him hitting my archer. So I'm gonna move this guy here and give Jormag some magic defense and pull her back completely out of range of the golem. And probably, let's see, she doesn't have anything better she can hit, so I'm gonna just try to go for a lucky freeze there. I did at least get a slow. I mean, it's guaranteed if the freeze fails. I will, let's see, it's only 50% on him. You don't really have anything else you can do besides hitting that guy, so let's do that. What I would really like to do is freeze that iron golem, but I don't think I can. And I also don't think that'll take it down to 1 unit. This is going to be a lot easier once I have Supergrowth on the next turn. This guy can't really do anything, so he's probably better off just giving my units resistance in case these guys back here throw any magic at him. Let's see. Are you still going to kill him if you attack full force? Yes. And he can do a ton of damage as well. I'm not seeing a way that I get... I'm not seeing a way that this guy survives this combat round, which it might be time to let him go. Alright, let's move you up here. Just do a tiny amount of damage to that guy since it's a 90%. You may as well hit him. Can move these guys here. And I would like to poison that thing, but actually, hang on. Can I get a better angle on that? What's her angle? I could do a decent amount of damage to either of those units, but not a lot to any single one. Now, granted, this guy has a lot of damage he can still do on his way out, so maybe I can actually make this worth it. The problem is, if I kill one of these units, others will just run in from behind. I may as well use you to try to poison... No, I want you on defense, guarding all those guys up front. We're just gonna have to go for a lucky freeze for her, I think. She doesn't have a very good chance of hitting other stuff, so if I can land that freeze, that solves a lot of my problems. Unfortunately, he resisted. Okay. Between her and that guy, he's already attacked. I could at least kill the golem. But then I'm just leaving myself to the full damage of that unit. And it doesn't seem like there's anything I can do unless you can get a lucky freeze. We get one more shot at this. Nope, he resisted all three. Crap. Who's left? Okay, you on defense. I want to make sure I'm not looking or overlooking any single unit here. So these war shamans down here. I've got her, and I've got him. Yep, it's just those three, so we have to make do with what we've got. Let's see, you've got 2 units in your stack. You've got, how many knights are there? It's kind of hard to tell. I think it's just 1 remaining knight there, whereas there's 2 golems, so I definitely want to hit the golems. That takes them down to 1, which makes them less dangerous, but... Yeah, we're just gonna have to do this. Just finish off one of them. And then I don't really have anything for this guy to do other than, like, move here and provide more defense, so... resistance. It's not gonna do a lot of good against the golems. At least my regeneration my regeneration triggers before they move, though, so maybe I actually have a better chance here. Oh, crap, they're healing and buffing. Now the Berserker's in trouble. They may have just triggered Steadfast. It was moving quickly and I think I missed it, but... Okay. Oh man, these iron golems are so freaking dangerous. What are you doing here? Looks like... Okay, I thought he was going to do a counterattack on my Berserker, but no, my Berserker just used this rage mode thing. Okay, now what? If I could eat that guy, that would be pretty dang good, and I have a 53% chance of it. The alternative is to just do a regular old attack for a bunch of damage. Well, nobody's died on the front line yet, so that's at least something. But now this side over here is getting overwhelmed. They're just too frickin' tanky. At least now this fairy can do a ton of damage to something, though. Honestly, this fairy is probably the biggest damage dealer I have. Alright, you guys swing out to the side. We have to deal with this guy. At least deal damage to him. Again, you're gonna have to hit a golem that's parked right in front of you. Okay, I think I can kill that one now, at least. If I can get a few lucky shots with her, she could kill it. I'm gonna try that. No, no lucky shots for me. No control over that guy, so I'm probably going to end up frying this thing. I'm going to go for the Terrifying Gorging on this one. Even if it doesn't work, it'll do decent damage. Okay, got it. Perfect. That helps a lot. And And he's going to get more rounds of healing going into the next turn. So now it's the right side that's the bigger problem. And we can try to do more damage to these golems. If I can just drop one of their units, then that's probably the best outcome here. I can kill that one, which would maybe lower morale of these guys in the back a bit more. Possibly get them into low territory. Or I could try to damage him to get him down to 1 unit left in 2 instead of 2. Now, they can't kill my Berserker on the next turn because he'll go nuts and try to break stuff because of Steadfast. You should definitely continue defending because you have a big mean iron golem sitting right next to you. Let's see, you can just barely not kill him, unfortunately. Although the two of you together might be able to, if I can land the hit. Dang it, nope. Okay, well in that case, defend. He isn't gonna do much damage to anything. I think I would rather... Well, let's see if this guy can knock that one down to 1. Okay. Okay, he'll take significantly less damage now, which means I'm gonna go ahead and use her to finish that guy off. That also puts any non-robot units in low morale territory here. I think I'm gonna get through this without any losses. Just have to rotate over to the side and get rid of those freaking golems that are now swarming my back line. Okay, Fairy. You're kind of the star of the show here, I think, in terms of damage output. What can I hit? Well, the big first question is, can you guys deal with this by yourselves? If this guy runs around, oh, he could get in the back line of those guys. That would be handy. Jormag could go... get behind and kill... Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. If Jormag go here, get rid of that thing. And we can bring you around. See, from here you have a 70% chance to hit. Why is it such a small amount of damage? They have lightning weakness. I guess it's their adaptive armor. Nothing here is doing like any damage to that guy. I wish I could still freeze him. That is not possible. Best thing I can do is just lay down as much ice damage on him as I can, which is basically nothing. I mean, like, it's not even like a pixel of damage output. It's insane how resistant these guys are. 16 defense. 16 and 8 resistance. What the heck? Alright, we need a unit that can break his retaliation or something. I think that guy is just the one to do it. So let's get that Berserker back here. Can move you out of the way entirely. I'm going to cancel his retaliation so I can move some of these range units away. Okay, now I'm doing a little more damage because basically I broke his guard. It's still not anywhere near enough, but it'll at least weaken it, so it doesn't do as much damage output on its next turn. Might be able to just freeze that guy, that would be handy. Actually, it would be better to freeze that one. He's got more health. Okay, good. I can move the archers back. Get a couple more decent shots on this guy. You can... Actually, yes. Why don't you move down here? And I can protect these units with you if you just go into defense mode. You can get that guy. Actually really thought he would kill him, but apparently not. And I want to put this guy here so he can start being a bother in their back line. Who else do I have? You might be able to finish off that one that barely survived. That would be nice. Nope. Hang on. I think I've still got one more that could take a crack at it. It's only a 30% chance, but... Okay, now I think my turn's over. Alright, did they trigger steadfast on him? Yeah, they did. Alright. To keep old Steve alive there, he's going nuts. Alright, let's just drop a healing right here. Looks like a nice spot for it. Jormags is a once per battle. I'm gonna just drop a ton of healing on this bunch right here. Where's my other healer? Oh, he's right there. He can't because he's surrounded, but he won't be for long. Break that robot, please. Okay, one more down. Holy crap. Okay, froze him again. That's good. That allows him to move. Although, I don't know if I want him to. I do and I don't. Because I kind of want to make a path for other units to get through there, but no, it's okay. Jormeg's coming this way, and we got units coming along behind, so we're going to be alright. He can't move anymore on this turn anyway. I'm going to move this archer up over here. Take a heady little shot at that guy. We should be able to finish him off. Oh wait, no, the Zerker's going nuts, so I can't actually control him. Alright, we'll just drop another healing, I guess. Why not? That guy's frozen anyway, so he can't do anything right now. Let's see, we gotta get the fairies up here. They're big time damage dealers, so take advantage of them. If I could knock out that iron golem, that would be really nice. But at best, I've got a 50% shot. I'm gonna take it in this case. Oh, hey, hang on, you could do this. Yeah, you're... That's better. Alright, cool. Who's enough left that can act. Oh, the White Witch. Yeah, may as well hit those guys. Frozen anyway. Cannot kill us faster than we are healing. Oh, Jormeg's healing thing did come back. Cool. Alright, I think I can probably pick off the rest of these guys pretty easily now. I'm gonna try to drop a few freezes here and there. Actually, you know what? You've got a 70% chance to hit. That's good enough for me. Just do damage. Jormag could do a tail swipe from there. Alright, now you're getting surrounded. Not quite enough to kill. Well, do damage then. Whoops. Okay, then I think you can move in here. Get this guy to move here. That's a little better odds of hitting things. Okay. I think I missed and hit his friendly unit. No, we're not going to let them retreat. Such things are beneath my ice dragon. Alright, this should be the last turn. Dormag can just claw that one to death, and you guys can go here. Alright, that battle was a lot tougher than I was anticipating, but we made it. Barely. And have taken out another big chunk of purple, but they've still got more down here, and I'm sure they still have more that I can't see. I don't know how many purple's armies I gotta kill before I actually make a proper breakthrough here, but it seems to always be just a little bit more. Alright, what I need to do here is there's this research post here, and I have to carefully stack weak units onto that research post. Whoever the weakest units are. So, like this Berserker, he needs to be there. That Inquisitor for sure. Yeah, that's good. And then it kind of goofs up the army organization that I had, but I'm not really that worried about that. Let's just get everybody back together and siege this, or pillage this. That'll get everybody a nice big chunk of healing. And I can kind of rotate units out, because there's going to be others that need it too. You guys are good. Got another hero. Or I should say, killed another hero. So you got a barbed shield. Nothing too crazy with this one. We're just going to execute and sell the remains. I can't believe how much gold my Dragon Horde is getting me. If I had the other one that gives me mana as well for stuff that's in my arsenal or my armory, that would have solved pretty much all of my mana problems. Okay. So then the last question is, do I want to grab another hero on this turn and take that 30 gold per turn hit for a few turns? And I think the answer is yes. I think that would be a wise choice. Just have to decide which one I want. Although when the hero's form completes, it might actually give me a new option. I could hurry it, but that's 1,026 gold, and I don't know if that's worth it. But I might get more options when that hero's incomplete. I kind of want to make the next hero a melee build, so let's see what our options are. Sadly, no Agatha for this one. She could be cool. Defense resistance. She looks like kind of built for a warrior, although it doesn't really matter because you can basically respec them once for free. Combative. The unit earns experience 50% faster. I like that. Because she'll have to do some catch up. Oh wait, I think everybody's combative. Yeah, that's from something else that I built. Enhanced and inspiring leader. Strength training. So she gets inspiring defense. I guess the main thing that you want to look at is their unique ability, which you can see here. Inspiring defender. The unit and adjacent friendly units get bolstered defense. Or this one, which feeds on chaos, which targets all adjacent enemies. And yeah, that's kind of a weird one. I think I would rather have this inspiring defender guy and just pile units around him and get extra defense. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the money on this and go ahead and get him down into the fray ASAP. Let's make sure cost additional gold and cost 30 and 5 Imperium each turn until the cap is increased or a hero dies. Yeah, I'll pay for that. I need more units on the front lines. Okay, now we gotta outfit a brand new hero. We're gonna actually completely redo his stats. So reset skills entirely. And I want to make him also an army leader, I think, but a good melee fighter too. For starters, I will get him extra health. Or I guess it's a her. I will get her extra health. That lowers unit upkeep. Not super important, but also restore isn't that good either, so... because it only targets a single unit, I'll probably take Inspiring Leader. And defensive and strength training. Start with defensive training. Strength training. Just make you good at leading an army for now. Just buff my other units. And let's see, what do we want? If you're going to be a healer... Ooh, there's another mass rejuvenation option. That would make you a good healer. If you want to be a warrior, though, Blink is probably better. I don't know, though. That healing is basically the only thing keeping me alive at this point. If I didn't have so much powerful healing abilities, I think Mass Rejuvenation actually is a pretty good choice. Especially if I pile it on with Jormag's Mass Regen, I just have an army that can't die base. You know what? I'm going to do that. Mass Rejuvenation is such a huge and powerful healing spell. I don't think I can pass it up. Alright, now we're going to turn you into a melee fighter, I think, because I have a lot of good stuff for a melee fighter. So whatever my best melee weapon is, let's grab that. It looks like it's probably going to be one of those dwarven hammers. Although I want you to have a shield, I think. So maybe the Mace of Smiting instead. No, that just does more damage to fiends and undead. Honestly, I don't have any very good... You know what, the lightning sword works because I'm fighting a lot of golems. And it'll do more damage to them. I probably want that frost shield, that would be cool. Melee attackers have a base 30% chance of bleeding. That won't affect the robots. But this will. So we'll take the frost shield. Helm of the Warrior, I think, is a good one. Melee attacks deal more damage. For this one, Breastplate of Champion is kind of a no-brainer. Juggernaut Greaves, that gives me more defense. Would be good against the golems. Yeah, that would be a better choice. As for a mount, I could put you on a mount because you're on horseback. Bone Wyvern would let me fly. Gives me the cavalry unit type. The Unicorn Rider lets me phase, as well as giving very fast movement. The others are more basic. And then there's the Eagle. I think I'll do just the Unicorn Rider. That works. For your ring, get... That would make him harder for... I'm trying to tool this against more melee, so whatever gives me better resistance against those iron golems and knights, because that's primarily what they're throwing at me. That's also counter to... Let's see, maybe Ring of Opportunity or Ring of the Vicious Killer? Ring of the Vicious Killer is actually a pretty good choice, because it kind of stacks with my other stuff. The problem is it doesn't really do anything against the iron golems. This gives me more resistance, but they're not really using status effects. This is just plus 5% crit chance. Honestly, I might just take that 5 crit chance. Yeah, we'll take that for now. And let's see, what else do we have here? I have that spider item that I took from Jormag, but I can't equip it for one more turn. So I'll wait on that. That deals damage in a 3-hex line. This is a single magical bolt that can't miss, which is handy, actually. I like that. I think the 3-hex lightning damage is probably better. I have so many items. That can't miss, though, which is also really good. I think I'm going to take the Lightning Strike Wand, though. For the second one, maybe the Magic Missile. I also do have an extra cloud in a bottle, but I don't really have anything to pair that with on this person. Locket of Channeling would be good. I'll take Amulet of Vitality for the health. Locket of Channeling would be good if I had more mana to actually use it. For now, I'll throw the Magic Missile Wand on as well, because it's still more electrical damage. But I'll probably switch that for the Spider Leg. Okay, that's another fully kitted out hero. Let's confirm those changes. Close. Fill the... How do I not have... I just got Preparation is Everything, an achievement for filling all the equipment slots on a single hero. I don't know how it's possible that I have never gotten that before. There's no way that's actually my first time doing that. Unless that's a new achievement that they added to the game. I don't know. Anyway, let's get our new hero down. A little weird to see my ice minions riding on a unicorn mount, but I'll take it. Over here, we're camping out. Actually, ooh, you know what? Hang on. That would be dumb when I could just move back one and pillage this mine. And then they'll heal a little faster. Okay. You gotta stay there because you need to heal. You guys can stay there because there's not really anything else for you to do at the moment. How long before I can start making units again? I'm not sure how, if I can see how long it'll be before that negative effect from the fairy that I got wears off. It should be soon. Fairy has been involved in a few battles since then. Okay. Supergrowth on the next turn, everybody. We're getting there. That's going to help a lot. I really hope that Reyna doesn't attack this group down here on this turn. Okay, she did not. Yeah, whatever. Just more enemies at all angles. I'll just have to pay more attention when it says they sent a raiding party. Totem of the Wild is complete. So we can research a new tome. Oh, we can pick a whole new book. Okay. We're up it to the tier 4 level now. Don't really know. Okay, I can do tier 4 in Tome of Reaper or Oblivion. I don't really need to go down either of those routes. If I can, I would probably rather stick with the... Yeah, I don't really want either of the two that I can research the Tier 4 tome for, so I might try to get another Tier 3 tome. Hang on. I can show the tome library here. It's a question of... Because I have all the tomes to get all the race transformations and enchantments that I'm basically allowed to have. Well, not all the enchantments. There's still more I could get, but... I was thinking there was one that I really wanted, but I didn't bother to get it. It might have been the Tome of Glades for the Glade Runners, just to get a better archer, because it's something I'm kind of missing. Pretty much everything else in here I can't use. Well, other than Aspect of the Root, I suppose, but I think there was one in the Chaos Tree that I was interested in. Tome of Revelry, maybe? For the Blood Fury weapons. Applies to polearm, shield, shock fighter, and skirmisher units. That would affect both my... Yeah, that's a really good one. It would be against the rules of my challenge to use Reveler's Heart, because that's a race transformation. But some of these other ones are pretty good. And Blood Fury weapons would be great. This also gives me access to the Carnival of Flesh, giving me more food and draft. That's pretty good. Gives me bonuses per adjacent farm. I could make use of that. And one army leader, all non-hero units in the army get more critical hit damage. Okay, there's a lot of stuff to like in this tome. Tome of Revelry's basically a contender. I'm going to compare that to the Tome of Glades, which should get me access to a better archer. But I think the Tome of Revelry is kind of winning out here. See, that one's more focused on fighting in forests, which I'm not really doing. This one does give me more nature affinity, which I would really like to have, but I think I can't pass up the Tome of Revelry just for the extra damage. The Carnival of Flesh is really good. I think I gotta take this one. I know it's just a tier 2 tome, but it's a good one for me.
More doubt in
Let's grab the Blood Fury weapons. Alright. Will take a little while to get that, but that's okay. More importantly, Supergrowth is done. My final race transformation, and it's a good one. Now my people are all giants. They've really taken on the full Icebrood mantle here, I think. Giving them 10 hit points, another retaliation attack. Really, really, really good. This is going to make things a lot better going forward. Alright, I need to mix a few things up here. Let's get, let's drop the fairy from Jormag's group for a moment and move on to this Bazaar of Wonders. I'm going to move her here. We're going to all pile those units on there and then do another siege. Also, I believe this hero can become in charge of one of these armies down here, so let's go ahead and move them forward to probably there. I'm going to go ahead and pillage this. We'll begin the siege of, or continue the siege of Ductus on the next turn. And let's see. I'm going to want the ferry with Jormag's army eventually. I want to put... I guess it doesn't really matter who's with who. I do want to split up... Well, right now they all have to be together for healing reasons, but I do want to split up these guys. Although I think, actually, I already kind of have them split up. Yeah, I've got 4 of them in total. Where did I get an extra War Shaman from? I don't remember picking one of those up. I thought I only had... Maybe I got one from, as a free unit. That might have been it. Okay, well... Actually, I would prefer the free ones start heading back. Because I only really need 3. 1 for each army. Okay, let's add you here, and that because I'm sending this one back because he doesn't have much experience. I would rather keep piling experience on to make a very good elite army. You, we'll take both of you guys and go here. I want... The fairy can go with that group for now. You guys can go here. Let's see, I've got one white witch there. Let's add another. Add you there, and then I can get... Is it worth moving one of those guys off of Jormag's group? I think so. Because this at least gets this guy down into the action, and I really need another Inquisitor. So I'm going to move him out. I'm going to move this guy onto the tile that's being pillaged so he can get a little extra healing out of it. And then we're just going to bring in this Berserker. He's going to end up being kind of backup because he can't really make it all the way right now. So for the moment, I will throw this Fury in to the mix. Okay, that looks pretty good. I can begin or restart the Siege of Ductus on the next turn. Totem of Wild is done. Okay, yeah, we're already finished with that. Okay, that was quite something. I think I need to wrap this episode up here, guys. There was a lot of brutal fighting, but I think I've got purple cornered a little bit here, maybe? The siege is going to be done on the next turn. Bram's army is looking pretty healthy. That mine's been raised, so I got a good amount of health back on those units. I think we're in a pretty good shape. The only thing is that purple throws another big, massive army at me out of nowhere. But I think for this episode, I'm going to wrap it up here. So thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. As always, I appreciate all the feedback and advice. And I do want to say a special thanks also to my Patreon supporters. I know you guys get on the credit screen at the end, but I feel like it's worth stopping for a moment to thank you guys, especially with everything that went on during my move. It was really nice to still have that extra income, which has really helped because my rent has gone up quite a bit here in this recent move, so it made a big difference. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you all for watching and for all of your feedback. It is all very welcome, and I will see you all in the next episode. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Roderick, Sarah Feingold, and Tibian Army. Thanks so much, everybody.